Allergies are common and becoming more common. It's hard to go into any restaurant or grocery store without being bombarded by labels advertising the exclusion of common allergens. But where did allergies come from? What are the most common? Stay tuned to figure out the wheres and whys of the most common food allergies. Hello, and welcome to 5 Pillars Health, the channel where we show you the best ways to get healthy and stay healthy through the 5 pillars of sleep, hydration, nutrition, movement, and sunlight. Before we go into the most common food allergy, let's find out exactly what an allergy is. A food allergy is a result of the body's immune system detecting a food as a dangerous invader. The immune system is responsible for fighting off all infections and bad guys, and it can perceive food as one of these bad guys. This results in an immune reaction after ingesting certain foods, even if it's a tiny amount. Reactions can include digestive problems, hives, and swollen airways. For some, food allergies are so severe that it can cause life-threatening anaphylaxis and can cause them to stop breathing. In these severe cases, carrying around an EpiPen is mandatory. Food allergies affect around 8% of children and 4% of adults. Many times, children can outgrow their food intolerances as they get older. It's important to remember the difference between a food allergy and a food intolerance. A food intolerance or food sensitivity is less serious than a food allergy, but can cause unpleasant side effects and should generally be avoided. Food allergies can be diagnosed in many different ways. A family history of allergies is taken into consideration and tests are done. Tests can include ingesting a small amount of food and timing when symptoms appear, or tests can be done through blood to pick up specific antibodies. Now that we know what a food allergy is, have you guessed what the number one most common food allergy is? Peanuts. Peanuts are the most common food allergy, followed by tree nuts. The reason why peanuts are separate to nut allergies are because peanuts are actually legumes and not a true nut. Peanut allergies occur when your body perceives the protein in the peanut as a harmful substance. Currently, 1 in 50 children in the United States have allergies to peanuts. There is currently no cure for a peanut allergy, and no real cures for any of the food allergies aside from the lucky few who outgrew them into adulthood. 1 out of every 5 children manage to outgrow their peanut allergy. People with peanut allergies need to be quite vigilant when it comes to food. They need to check all the labels and ingredients on their groceries, and when eating out, they need to make their allergies known so that cross-contamination might not become an issue. Some people with peanut allergies are so sensitive that even cooking their food in an area where peanuts are handled is enough to trigger a response. If you're enjoying this video, please tap the like button. It really does help the channel a lot. Other common food allergies include tree nuts, milk, shellfish, soy, eggs, and wheat. But why do food allergies seem to be on the rise? There are many factors about our modern lifestyle that explain why food allergies are becoming more and more prevalent. One theory is that we live a lot cleaner or more hygienically than we have in the past. We take more medication to prevent ourselves from coming into full contact with germs, and we wash our hands more frequently. We have smaller families, and we live in cities away from nature and animals. As a result, our immune system hasn't had to work as hard and therefore underperforms. This means that when it does come into contact with something foreign, it perceives it as invasive, and the understimulation leads to an overreactive response. Another interesting theory is the role that sunlight, or rather the lack of sunlight, plays in our response to certain foods. Studies have shown that people with a vitamin D deficiency are more prone to food allergies. That's why doctors recommend upping your vitamin D levels to avoid sickness. Unfortunately, we live in an age of technology where we spend most of our time inside. We're also fed incorrect information to avoid sun exposure, rather than expose yourself to it moderately, which can lead to chronic deficiencies, compromised immune systems, and therefore higher rates of reaction. In the year 2000, doctors recommended delaying common allergenic foods to children to try and decrease the rate of food allergies. Unfortunately, it backfired because the food allergy rates rose to the point where they doubled in most countries. This taught us that the early introduction of allergenic foods actually helps prevent allergic reactions later on. While our immune systems are developing, we should be exposed to a variety of foods so we know how to distinguish them from more harmful invaders. The takeaway here is that food allergies are due to a number of different things, genetics and modern lifestyle factors. Our modern industrial environment has increased our susceptibility. Our parents and their parents grew up spending lots of time outside, playing in the dirt and being exposed to sunshine, which built up a strong natural immune system. They also ate a wide variety of food, which was organic by default and not mass-produced with pesticides. This increased the health benefits of the food they ate and made them healthier and less likely to respond to food allergens. Did you know that some food intolerances are due to how that particular food was grown? People with egg allergies have reported being able to eat them because they started eating organic eggs and not eggs from chickens who are fed soy. They discovered that the true allergen was soy and that the diets of the chickens impacted the allergen makeup of the eggs. The same goes for people with allergies or sensitivities to gluten. They were able to tolerate and digest wheat products from flour that was stone ground and fermented. In conclusion, to really find out what your allergies or intolerances may be, try and source the highest quality of that particular food. There are many ways you can do your own at-home tests to figure out if you have any food intolerances or sensitivities. Many sensitivities and allergies can simply be caused by a leaky gut or an overstressed gut. The rise of elimination diets and autoimmune protocols are to help individuals figure out what foods could be causing skin, gut, and other inflammatory issues. For about a month, cut out all common allergenic foods from your diet. Once you've passed that 30-day mark, slowly test out one food at a time by reintroducing a small amount of it. You may begin to notice symptoms such as a buildup of mucus in your throat or nose, skin issues, or other symptoms that weren't there before. Do this every few days with a new food item and notice if you react to it or not. Sometimes we can develop food allergies or intolerances in certain stressed periods of our life. By fixing the root cause and focusing on building up good gut health, we may be able to tolerate certain foods later on in life. At 5 Pillars, we believe that food is medicine and that it should be helping to heal rather than harm. Are there any foods that you're allergic or sensitive to? How do you help to combat them? Let us know in the comments and help out the other allergen sufferers in our community.